I'm Richard Gale. I'm a lecturer at Cardiff University in Geography and Planning, and my primary interest is in planning and its impact on minority faith communities, particularly British Muslims. But I think it's always relevant. I think religion is at home in the city. I think that's it's part of human history that religious institutions, religious buildings, religious communities have been part and parcel of the development of cities throughout history. But I think it's important at this time, a time of, on the one hand, change demographically, of diversification within cities, but also a time of heightened politics around religion. And I think, cities on the one hand are points of encounter, of meeting, and of creativity, but they can also be points of conflict. So I think, that coming together, that togetherness and being together in cities can create tensions, but also possibilities. So I think it's quite a natural thing for us as social scientists to want to examine religion in the city. So I've got a number of strands, but the main one is, as I was saying, around planning. I think the reason I'm interested in that is because of its role in governance. So planning is one amongst a number of ways in which spaces are governed, ways spaces are controlled, in terms of zoning, in terms of allocation of space for particular kinds of need, which can have very positive effects. We need planning to think about how space can be maximised in terms of its functions and to think into the future. But it can also create some tensions, some problems for particular communities where, for example, if it's about trying to protect an existing landscape, an existing historic environment, it can be quite difficult for newer groups, post-migrant groups, for example, to create structures that are creative and new and might change the built environment in ways that other people are uncomfortable with. So I think planning it needs to be looked at from multiple perspectives. I think that it's one way of looking at that interface, that intersection between communities and the way cities are governed. It's been great fun. I've had a great day. I really, I was nervous before I spoke, but I found really the environment very, very, very positive, very constructive. I mean, the questions, hand on heart, the questions I got to my lecture earlier were some of the best I've had actually at a seminar event. They were very, very challenging, but very, very principled, very, very constructive. And I think it gave a good debate, and I think that's travelled throughout the day. Really, I'm sorry I wasn't here for longer because I feel like there's a huge amount of energy and a huge amount of actually hope for the possibilities of research and academia. And it's nice to be in that environment and to remember what it was like being a PhD student or another student at an early stage of the career. So it's been wonderful. Thank you for inviting me.